which are the areas of your life. You can write down 5 or 6 at the most and put them in the circle. Like I told you, it's called wheel of life, which means that it's in a circular shape. And in that, you can put in these different areas, not more than 5 or 6, because as you know, when you focus, you get results. If you put more than 5 or 6 areas which are important in your life, either they are not really important and you're assuming they are important, or you will end up confusing yourself. So not more than 5 or 6 areas you should put into that wheel. And then what to do, I will tell you. So she already said one, which is Sajita said, family. Anyone else has anything else? Health. Family, health, yes.
And a good relationship or career.
Relationships, career,
And work as well as, ma'am.
work. Yeah, so she said that. Career,
I think personal improvement as well. Like
absolutely.
keep growing, keep
Learning
improving.
and development.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So you all have got all the important areas, right? Work, family, um, other relationships, which is friends and relatives and other relationships, self-care, learning and development. Absolutely. So you can define all these important areas or dimensions of your life, which you need to put in the wheel of life, basis your roles in which you play in your life, which means that I'm playing the role of mother, I am a manager in the office, at home I'm a mother, and I'm a daughter, and so on. So based on your roles or your priorities, or you can also put it on the basis of what is important to you, or it can be a combination of both. So you can either define the areas which are important in your life based on the roles you play. For example, I'm playing the role of manager, so work is important. I'm playing the role of mother, so children are important. I'm playing the role of wife, so love is important, and so on. I'm playing the role of cheerleader for myself, so self-care is important, and so on. So you can either define which are the areas of your life which you should prioritize and put in this wheel based on the roles or based on your own priorities. Some others have some other priorities, or it could be a combination of both. Like you all rightly said, it is home, career. Nobody said money, right? Wealth or money is very important because to lead a comfortable life, it is very important. Could be career, love, relationships, family, learning, self-care, right? So it's clear up till now. Anybody doesn't understand anything, please stop me. If we are going too fast, please stop me. It's important that you understand these concepts and make this wheel of life, because that is your assignment for today. And you will share it with me in the group after drawing this, right? Tomorrow or day after, within this week. That is your assignment for today, to make the wheel of life too. And then I will tell you further what to do with it. So up till now, it's clear. Make a circle, put down all the areas of your life or dimensions which are important to you based on your roles or your own priorities. Examples are already here: home, money, career, love, relationships, etc., etc. Don't write more than 5 or 6. Divide the circle into parts based on those, right? You can see on the left, you can see the wheel of life. All of you can see it.
Yes,
In this
ma'am.
slide, you can see it on the left, right? So you can divide it into parts based on equal parts. So 6 equal parts, each part will be having a different name. One part will say money, one part will say relationships, another will say work, and so on. Now, how do you prioritize? Okay. After putting each of these into the circle, what will you do? You will assess each of these areas and give yourself a score which is as is. Where are you in your life in terms of time and attention you are able to give to this particular area of your life? So for example, on a scale of 1 to 10, you have to score yourself on each of these dimensions. So for example, family, you feel that no, I'm not able to do enough justice, I'm not giving enough time, I'm giving myself only 4 here. But for example, work, you're doing your best at work and you feel I'm doing an 8 there. You give yourself an 8 there. You have to score yourself very honestly on each of these dimensions and write that score inside the circle itself, right? And so you may be a 4, you may be a 5, and then join all these together, right? So it will be like a spider's web. because each of these scores will not be equal. Some will be higher, some will be lower. It will be like a spider's web. So all of you got it up till now? Can someone explain to me what do we do to start the wheel of life? Anyone?
We have to write down the priorities. What are the priorities right now?
Absolutely.
And then assess ourselves, like how much we are contributing, and we have to mark a note on that.
Yes. So you have to score yourself on each of these dimensions or priorities on a rating of 1 to 10. The scale is 1 to 10. You have to score yourself. It is a self-rating which you give yourself on each of these dimensions. And remember, dimensions are not same for everybody. For me, health may be important. For Sakshi, it may not be important. For Sajita, it may be. So on. So you choose your own, not more than 6 priorities or dimensions. You give yourself a score which is based on how much time and attention you're giving to that particular area right now, today. How much are you giving to that particular area? Health, for example, I'm not going for my walk at all. I'm not prioritizing my gym at all. So maybe I'm giving myself a 2 or a 1 in that area, right? After you give yourself scores, you join all these. And why will you get a spider's web? Anyone? Why will it not be in a circle shape? Why will it be a spider's web?
Because of the different scores that each section will get.
Everything will not be equal.
Who said that?
Sangeeta.
Sangeeta. Okay. And please tell me, help me again with the name. Arshi, you talked about weaponized incompetence, right?
No, it was me, ma'am, Sangeeta.
Sangeeta. Again, you. Okay. Anybody would like to take a guess at the end of this session? Sangeeta, I will ask you to explain this.
Sure,
Because
sure.
I don't want to distract them from the flow, but it's a very interesting thing. Remember, at the end of the session, I will ask you to tell everybody what it is.
Sure, ma'am. Healthy.
Okay. Okay, great. So let's go on now. You're absolutely right. Our scores are not equal. Therefore, you will not have a circle. It will be like a spider's web, right? Once you have assessed your life on all these various dimensions on an as is basis and given yourself a score between 1 and 10 and joined these scores, now the time comes to do what? The next step is what? You have now identified the areas of your life which are important or dimensions which are important, scored yourself on the as is state, but between as is and there's a desired state, there is a gap, right? Very few people have reached the desired state. We would have achieved nirvana then. So there is a gap. Now the next step is to score yourself on the desired state. Where would you like to be? What score would you like to be at? For example, now in terms of time for family, I have scored myself as 4. I'm not giving enough time, but I would like to be at 8. In terms of health, I'm 2. I would like to be at 7 and so on. So give yourself scores for the desired state. Where would you like to be in all these areas or in all these dimensions? Got it? This is your ideal state or your ideal scores. So there are as is scores and there are desired scores, which will tell you what should be the ideal state you have to reach. Why are we doing this entire exercise? Anybody? Why are we doing so much of work?
To understand ourselves and to understand and where the desired state we want to be. To
More
understand
Also, yeah, also
where
to
we can
balance.
improve the.
I know
also
that
to
people
know
also want to
also to know
participate.
that
Please be
also
on mute.
to know that
Okay.
so
Also,
it is also not only to know where we stand, also to know how much work needs to be done to get to that desired state.
good. Archana. All right. Yeah, that was good. How much work is to be done, right? So we know the gap between the as is state and the desired state. We are doing all this work. And ultimately, the whole idea is not to get the desired state, but to put our life in balance. Because when things are not under our control, we feel that our life is not in balance. It is in misalignment. And when our life is not in balance, it leads to stress, frustration, burnout, and so many other things. And that is why so many of us, especially women, are going through so many emotional disorders, Mental disorders may be a very harsh word to use, but we go through anxiety. Many of us are sad. Many of us, suffer from postpartum depression after the babies are born. Some of us just keep questioning our own existence. So what am I doing? Am I only there as a cook and a maid and a nanny? So the idea is to put your priorities in alignment. And as long as you're living a life which is in alignment with your highest values and doing work which is in alignment with your highest values, you will never feel tired. You will never feel stressed. You will never feel burnt out. And you will not feel that your life has meaning. For example, Mother Teresa. I know I'm giving an extreme example, but just look at her, right? What was she doing? She was rescuing people who were lepers. People didn't want to touch them, but she was picking them up from the street and serving them lovingly till the end, till they were either cured or they were no longer there. But she was able to do that. Why? Because her highest value was to serve and help humanity. And she was doing her work in alignment with her highest values, which was to serve. And when your work is in alignment with your highest values, you do not feel the pressure. You do not feel that you're burning out because you love your work so much that you do not feel so. And therefore, choose a job which is in alignment with your highest values and choose to do, even in your life, that is in your personal life, your actions which are in alignment with your highest values.